I don't pack my schedule so full that I can't breathe, but I also set an intention that, whatever comes up, I'm either going to deal with it based on the severity of it, or I'm going to stay in my lane and deal with it another time. You got to start getting more clarity on what's important so that you can absolutely tackle it as it kind of comes your way. I get up at 4:30 every morning personally. So once I move my mind, then obviously it's time to move the body. I start with having what we call an attitude of gratitude, where I don't just get up and get after it. I literally lay in my bed, put my hand on my heart, and I thank the universe for this opportunity for another day. I mean, something is allowing my heart to beat. My lungs are taking in oxygen. My stomach is digesting the food. I didn't have to pay for this, but boy, am I ever happy that it's happening. So when we start early and you start with an attitude of gratitude, that's the first step. Then you get up, you use the washroom. I use the washroom and then I hydrate. I have a glass of water with lemon. And the reason is we need alkalinity. So when you really have attitude, starting with that attitude, you use the washroom, you hydrate, then it's into moving your mind. And for me, it really is 4 different disciplines. I'll either meditate for 20 minutes, I'll read a book, I'll journal, I will watch a TED Talk or Tony Robbins or something on YouTube. And the more I feed my mind while I'm doing that, the more I'm opening up neural pathways for me to have an amazing day. So once I move my mind, then obviously it's time to move the body. And when you think about it, most people think, well, I got to go to the gym and I got to work out for an hour. No, you don't. You could do things in your home. You have a home gym, or if you don't, you just need to absolutely do some movement. You need to do some cardio, and you definitely need to do weights. So again, depending upon what day it is, I've got really a transition that I'll go through there. But really, by the time I've done all of those things, Marcus, I'm now ready. I don't pack my schedule so full that I can't breathe. But I also set an intention that, whatever comes up, I'm either going to deal with it based on the severity of it, or I'm going to stay in my lane and deal with it another time. What is it that is the highest impact activity today? And what is going to be my drivers for income? The secondary to that is what systems and what busy work do I need to do? You got to start getting more clarity on what's important so that you can absolutely tackle it as it kind of comes your way. I work with my paper calendar. I work with my goal sheets. I work with my electronic calendar, but I never go into the day, uncertain about what I'm doing, where I'm going, who I'm speaking with. And I also leave a little bit of what we call space for grace, right? Because stuff's going to come up. There's going to be something happening at a property. There's going to be something that my accountant needs or something that my spouse or my kids need. And so I don't pack my schedule so full that I can't breathe, but I also set an intention that whatever comes up, I'm either going to deal with it based on the severity of it, or I'm going to stay in my lane and deal with it another time. And I think that's where a lot of people really don't understand the difference between what's urgent and important, because they think that everything is urgent when it's not. You got to start getting more clarity on what's important so that you can absolutely tackle it as it kind of comes your way. And then really at the end of the day, I celebrate what were the top 3 things people move their body more, they would move their mind more. They would become more creative. I make sure my office is set up for the next day, and then I go off with Lisa and the boys, and we'll either go to the beach and do a walk, or we'll go bike riding, or we'll go out to eat, or we'll do something that the family's got going on because my kids are big into sports. But I'm telling you, that's the recipe for success. And it's very, very consistent, that it doesn't matter if it's the weekend or even a long weekend. I'm still up at 4:30 every day because that's what my body is trained to get up at. And so I use that time effectively. On the weekends, I'll go play a little bit of golf or a little bit of tennis or do something like hiking or whatever. But I'm telling you, if people move their body more, they would move their mind more. They would become more creative. And that's really what I'm trying to get more people to do, is unleash that creativity again, because anything is possible when you put your mind to it. But if you hit the snooze button 5 times and you get up late and you yell at the kids and you get in the shower and you slam down a cup of coffee, that's not how high performers start their day.